incarceration in maximum security facilities for 10 years.
We are innocent. We were set up. It's payback time.
Oh, hell yeah, Hannibal.
Don't have your system calls. You know what to do it.
What you talking about, fool?
There you go, fool.
That jibber jabber.
Get it out, fool. Get out your system, fool. Come on,
Get on with this review, fool.
Calm down, C.H. Baracus. Jesus Christ.
Even though you look sexy with a mohawk.
Goddamn right.
Just fabulous. Nah,
Drink
man.
vitamins, eat your milk.
Stay on drugs.
Stay on drugs like C.H. Baracus does. Take my drugs in my breakfast cereal. New CHOs.
I pity the fool that don't take my drugs.
Yeah, keep off school. What you pretty much need to do to follow this kind of movie right here, because the A-team stands for "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because this is now look.
I thought it stand for absolutely.
Absolutely Chris. I like that. Well, you know what? It's not even fair to apply a term like implausible to a movie like this when 5 minutes in you're like, okay, this is pretty much the rule of the day. It's not a point of this film that anything happens that's so ridiculous that you go, yeah, that sticks out from everything else.
Like when they start to fly a tank.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, in this world, your knees can scrape the ground behind a car and not get injured. Yeah. You can actually fly a tank from the sky with 3 parachutes, and it just floats down gently like a feather. You can shoot at the same time while coming down that tank. You can instantly speak Swahili if you get caught in the jam at the airport.
Who needs never flown a tank before?
Who needs wings?
What's that? You've obviously never flown a tank before.
Yeah, I was about to say, who needs wings when you have ammo?
I have my tank license, and I have flown a tank many times with only 2 parachutes. It's entirely within the realm of no.
I was about to say,
it's totally crazy.
Excuse me, brother. I went bungee jumping the week before, and just yesterday I went tank jumping. So, what the hell are you talking about? I went bungee jumping with a tank. The tank bounced back up.
It's like, Cyrus, is this before or after you took the LSD? What are you talking about?
Oh, well after. It was almost exactly an hour.
And that's what this movie is like, man. Now, I saw the A-Team when I was a kid, and I watched, as I told you, a few episodes last a month or two on Hulu because somebody was telling me, hey, you got to see some of the guest stars that they have in here. Like they had Rick James in one episode.
Oh my God.
They had Isaac Hayes in the same episode.
They had Sonny and Cher too, right?
I think the Smurfs won an episode.
Batman and Robin.
Corey didn't watch any that didn't have black guests.
Oh, what are you talking about? We all saw the Harlem Globetrotters episode together, right?
Oh yeah, we saw the episode where the A-Team got stuck on Gilligan's Island with the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's right.
I wouldn't be surprised if that existed, but yeah.
And they turned that basketball into a tank. Isn't that cool?
It's time to put a montage together. Dun, 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 dun.
Now, we're all going to have different opinions of this, I think. At least you and I, Cyrus, are going to have some different opinions.
Oh.
Because you're a fool.
So you're already admitting you're wrong right off the bat like that? That's Well, you don't know that you are, but that's okay.
What the hell are you trying to do, man? We haven't even got into the review yet.
I'm so sure you're wrong. I'm just going to start with that. I'm going to my launching point.
Man, no, look, because you can come against me all you want to. I'm going to take this stance of respecting your opinion.
Oh, the high road.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, you're probably going to need some direction since you've never been there before.
You're right. That high road's
Corey.
Fuck you, Cyrus. You know you're wrong, bitch.
Like, Cyrus, you should know this by now. Corey always takes the opposite road where it's dead end, but he can't see the sign.
I just keep on going anyway. But no, man, because I really can't say people are wrong for liking this movie because, look, the original show, now you help me out here. I don't remember the exact date when the show came out. I just remember it was the mid-'80s.
It ended in 87. I believe it started in 82.
So did it start in 82?
I'm pretty sure it started.
Man, that show had gone for 5 years.
You know, it was a 5-year run.
Oh, that ridiculous shit went on for 5 years.
It was just enormously popular. You have no idea.
I know, I remember. No, believe me, I remember how popular the show was.
It maybe shouldn't have gone on for 5 years. I'm not going to argue that with that.
The thing is, it felt so short because every goddamn episode was the same goddamn episode.
It was. Yeah. And it was ridiculous. Now, back then, who did we have as the I remember the characters. You had Hannibal, you had Face, you had Murdoch, and of course you had Mr. T as B.A. Baracus. Now, who were the people that played those roles?
Well, it was Mr. T, of course, was
Yeah.
B.A. Baracus, as you said. The Murdoch guy, I don't have a clue who was playing that
I
role.
want to
can't
say,
remember.
oh shit,
George Papard was
George-
Hannibal.
Yes.
it's the guy from Battle Beyond the Stars.
and
That's who you
yeah,
were.
and God, the guy who played
Dirk Benedict.
yeah, with Dirk Benedict. That's
Okay,
who it was.
there you
Yeah,
go. From Battlestar Galactica.
from Battlestar Galactica.
I see. Every time I watched A-Team, I just thought, hey, it's the guy from Battlestar Galactica, Battle Beyond the Stars, and Mr. T.
Dwight Schultz was
right.
Mad Murdoch. Does anybody ever remember the name of the narrator though?
No.
You can
Mr.
find them and you can hire them. You can pay for the A-Team or whatever.
I don't think people at the time knew who the narrator was.
No.
John, I know nobody.
Was he a character in the show, too?
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows that.
Like, it was Leon, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was about 50 back then. Leon's back there. Yeah, you can hire them. No, it was John Ashley who did that narration, I think. But man, this is what happens when you give a ridiculous show some money. You get a ridiculous movie with money. I mean, it's like
Sure.
because back then those shows were cheap.
Oh yeah.
The A-Team didn't use guns because I don't think they could afford the props.
Well, no, they would have guns. They just couldn't hit a goddamn thing. As near as I could tell, they were great at shooting tires, though. I mean, if there was a tire to be shot, that tire would be shot, and the people would have just enough time to get out of said vehicle before it would blow up for nothing.
They went to the same school of shooting as the stormtroopers did, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it was all I remember is it would be an army of men
Yeah.
with guns. It will always end with Mr. T tossing about 50 of them over a fence or something.
Yeah.
It's like Mr. T was bulletproof. And, they'd be shooting at him. He just keep on coming towards you, pick you up, and just throw you across the field.
It's like they were always doing their General Lee impersonations. They fly over the
But it was with a guy. And that guy would always go, the camera would always look up, and that guy would always go in slow motion. Usually you see his face like, what the fuck?
And you can catch that show every Saturday at Six Flags now.
So it was a ridiculous show. It was cheap, and so what they did was they just took that ridiculousness and just added money to it to add more explosions, more car chases, more CG effects.
Honestly, with every action movie that's come out after that original A-Team movie aired, I always thought every action movie was basically doing a bad version of the A-Team, especially when you had a group of mercenaries stuck together, where it always would turn out to be like the most goofiest extreme movie you can think about. And the thing is, I always wondered, how come they didn't shoot this A-Team movie like 15, 20 years ago?
You've been sitting here this whole time going, I'm waiting for my A-Team movie.
I've been fucking
You better
waiting.
bring out my A-Team movie.
He's like,
I don't want to see Mr. T fucking walking out on a cane going, hey, fool, wait, what's that line?
and you know what? He still pick your ass up and throw you. I can't walk, but I can pick your ass up.
Out of frustration.
But he's like, I know you're like, damn, there's a Dukes of Hazzard movie. I still ain't got my 18 movie yet. Well, that's why it's so hard to argue about the validity of this film or the quality of it, because the first show there was nothing going on. It was just those guys being mercenaries, and it sounded cool because they're like, hey, if you could hire these guys, they'll help you out with your situation. Meanwhile, they just show up and do the same shit they did last week. I think they even had some of the same villains that they did just in a different costume from last week.
And much like the TV show, the movie, I mean, the plot is so secondary to what they're trying to sell you on, which is the same as the show. The two things that people liked about the show, one was big, stupid stunts, which they did every week. There was at least 2 big, stupid explosion stunts. Big movie, there's like 25 of big, stupid things, and a pretty impressive ending one.
Yeah.
And, more importantly, force of personality. The characters, the way that they made them all so bigger than life, they gave them lots of funny stuff to say, they weren't trying to take themselves seriously at all, and that's totally where this movie works for me, because these characters, they are funny. No, you don't believe any of this is even mildly plausible, but they did a great job making these guys seem like the original A-Team. That whole sense of fun and camaraderie is totally here.
I see there's going to be 2 camps of people with this movie. There's going to be the people that say, you know what, this captured the spirit of the A-Team because the A-Team was stupid. And this movie's just as stupid. And stupid dumb action is